What's up?
Life of a hustler, gotta do it for mother, gotta do it for father, even though he act like a sucker. Life of a hustler, gotta do it for granny, gotta do it for brothers, even if they think I don't love them. Been getting active and hustling.
What's up? We back with another episode of the More Action Podcast, where we teach mindset, financial literacy, credit strategies, and this episode is more towards mindset. You know, we got a special guest, AMOON, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead, let him know for me.
Yeah, how you doing? My name is AMOON. AMOONs mean the one who seek wisdom and truth, and RAZEN mean Ra means sun, and Zen mean energy. I'm all about energy, and help detox in the body. I'm a neuropathic detox therapist. I actually help people with financial literacy as well. But for every physical ending is a spiritual beginning, and that's my thing. And you have to change the root before the fruit. And that's what I believe in, and that's my message to the people. You gotta change the root before the fruit. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you have to go into the tangible gift before the physical gift. And that's what I believe in. So internal healing before external healing.
Right. That's what's up, man. I remember meeting you at Offer Mastery Live. And It was so cool seeing, you know, people like yourself just in all different types of professions and teaching different things. I know you also got a military background, so I wanted you to speak on that a little bit more too, if you could.
Okay. People know what that is. My Marines out there know what that is. I did the Marine Corps, loved it. Deployed to Afghanistan, did that as well. It gave me a lot of discipline, and I believe discipline equals freedom. And a lot of times people get discipline messed up because they think you confine yourself. But discipline is the gateway to freedom, because you have control of your destiny in certain ways, because you're not very impulsive when you're disciplined. You're patient. You're not AK-47, you become a sniper.
Yeah.
So, and that's the mentality the military gave me. It gave me the structure, gave me the discipline, gave me the attention to detail. It made me culture as well. So I'll forever be grateful for the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah.
Wow. So how did you end up, you know, in the detox space? Like, what happened that made you start, you know, getting into all of what it taught you, the information that you learned, you know, over the past few years?
Well, realistically, man, I feel like my father's side is Jamaican. For all my Jamaicans people out there, they always gave me like honey and garlic and things like that. But being real with you, my family, a lot of them on my mother's side, they always have strokes. And then my father's side, they had type 2 diabetes and different things like that. But on my mother's side, they were more of just, hog maws, chitlins, fried pork chops, and all these different things I used to eat. I wish I don't eat anymore. But on my father's side, they had a lot of herbs and stuff like that, honey and garlic. Let's just do this, onions, put on the bottom of your feet. So they came from a standpoint of how, like Joshua said, herbs are the healer of the nation. Herbs are the healer of the nation. So I kind of seen that. But realistically, and secondary, is that I had my own little scare. I was in the Marine Corps and I went to the hospital, and I'm in shape or whatever case may be, but I had fatty tissue over my liver, like around a quarter size. And the guy was like, look, man, like you need to start taking milk thistle, which is a herb. And I started taking that, and after a while, and I stopped drinking at that time too, not too much, excessively, and that fell off my liver, and it helped out a lot. And
that's great.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't even go. I mean, it's been a minute since I've been to the doctor. There's a lot of people who don't even go, and you just, you know, you never know, because you say, you know, that's what I feel too. You know, I feel like I look all right, but never know, I guess.
And you never know. So that's the biggest thing. And then, you know, I went through my mom this last 6 months. My mom ended up passing away of glioblastoma brain cancer. And she just went there because she had a bad headache. That bad headache took her life. So just being knowing yourself and listen to the signs. And that's why I came with that slogan: for every physical ending, a spiritual beginning, because your body, your mind, your spirit tells you things before it comes to fruition of the physical. And we have to be cognizant of that and be aware and that's why I fast. That's one of the reasons why
Wow.
I fast.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when did you do your first fast? Because I know it's something you do regularly now. And before you answer that, you know what I just thought about? It's
Yeah.
crazy how gorillas, you know how strong they are, and they don't even eat. You know, it's like that's why I'm interested in what you do and what you teach, because there's something to where all this food, they made us believe is necessary, but I don't really think it is.
Well,
But
they made it necessary because they wanted us to believe that you have to eat a lot and excessively, like a lot of processed foods, a lot of things that doesn't build the molecular structure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, the first thing they ask me is, where do you get your protein? That's the most famous question I ever hear, is, where do you get your protein? Even when you buy some food, they say, okay, they're like,
I was
get your rice, your beans, what is your protein? They ask you that question. So I always ask them, I always say this to them, is that, your gorilla doesn't need protein. Your giraffe, your hippo, your
right.
the things. If you want to go back, we can be real petty right now. If you want to go between land before time, Littlefoot was a long neck, and what did he eat? Trees and herbs. So, and I advocate for people that don't have to eat meat, and nothing wrong. I'm not going against meat, but the meat today that you eat is not the same that your grandfather and your great great grandmother ate. It's not the same
Mhm.
food, right? So that
Yeah.
being said, but for me, we need simple aminos. So that too much protein causes different things in your body. And I'm not a doctor, let me say that, but for my own studies and my own things, it causes cancer and things like
Right.
that in my own research. So I get a lot of protein. I get protein from quinoa. I get protein from um, raw pumpkin seeds, walnuts, a
Wow.
tablespoon a tablespoon of sunflower seeds. It's around 8 grams of protein. So where do I get it? I get it from there. And
Yeah.
you need your
That's
body need fats too. You know what I'm saying? That's your avocado. Stuff like that. So your body, 7% of your brain is need fat. You know what I'm saying? It's fat. So you need
right.
fat to keep you sane. So
Yeah.
those things I do.
I feel like the way, people eat, we eat is, really connected to the way we think and the decisions we make, the stuff that we like focus on and throughout the day, take action on. And I
hmm
also want to know, still, I didn't get the answer. When did you do your first fast?
My
When?
first my first fast. I'm sorry. My first fast was probably like realistically like 5 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So when you did that, was it like a dramatic change? You know what I'm saying? Which
Yeah.
stood out?
It stood out to me because I thought I was making a better change, and I was, but I wasn't turning over a full leaf because I was eating junk food vegan. You know, it was vegan food. I'm plant based because I do honey, but I do manuka honey, but it was junk food vegan. It still was French fries, and a lot
Yeah.
of times it wasn't. It was fried in canola oil, which mean canola oil means Canada oil. It's a pesticide. So I thought I was doing better. I still was being counterproductive, and then I was eating just a lot of fried mushroom. Everything was fried, so it didn't do what it needed to be. It didn't do what needed to be done at the same time because I was just
Right.
maneuvering from fried chicken to fried everything else.
Yeah.
So when I went through that process of fasting, I didn't get a headache, but I got real tired, and I was hungry, of course, and that's the most thing. I got real tired, agitated. But if you get agitated, that's because you're eating something that it's basically like cocaine, which is sugar.
Wow.
Sugar is stronger than cocaine. People understand that sugar molecule, sugar cane, cocaine, the same etymology of the words. It come from the same place.
Yeah. That's
Cocaine
crazy.
is not. Yeah,
Thought about it, but
yeah.
I hear
Cocaine
you.
is nowhere near stronger than sugar. So everything has sugar in it, and you may not think it got sugar, but when you read it, it has sugar because they understand that will bring you back no matter what. So I
Wow.
was tired, you know, agitated, hungry, but I wasn't really hungry. I was just basically detoxing my body out of certain things. So I'm
Yeah.
getting rid of.
Okay. Well, after you did the first fast and it started to become a regular thing, like I can obviously see just off of what we're talking about why people need this. But how did you turn it into a business for yourself? Like, how did you turn it into, some stream of income? Doing what you do.
Well, honestly, I try to look at it like that, but it's a business. But at the same time, I'm here to serve God's people,
Yeah.
and my thing, you can't be a king until you serve the people. It says serving king in the Bible. You be a serving king. I'm here to serve. So for me, what really turned into a business, I'll be real with you, is that I started seeing people pay for certain things, Gucci and Fendi, but that's only momentarily, but nothing that's lifestyle change. And I was like, my people need to know, my members, not clients, my members need to know how to read the back of the food they're eating. Fun on the front, facts on the back. They need to
Right.
know that canola oil is a pesticide and seed oils or oils are pesticides. They need to know to cook their food in avocado oil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, I'm gonna need to get a list from you because I don't ever read. That's my problem. I don't.
Yeah.
You calling me out. I feel like you're talking.
The thing about it is because most time we everything is fast paced today. So when you're doing that, you're not reading the back. And if you read the back, it looks like a different language. If it has 100 different words and you can't read it, why do you consume it? But it's because nobody really taught them that. As most, to be honest with you, most people, and I have been like that. I'm aware. I'm calling myself out. I have been myself before. Lazy.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, we'll put the best thing in our car. If we got a Benz or Mercedes Benz or a Lexus, we'll put the best things in our car, 93 gas, but then go home and put 87 gas in our tank. We'll do a whole steering wheel flush in our car, an oil change, but then go back home and never do it to ourselves. But wonder why the car works at its optima and we don't work at our optima. Whatever you do to the car, you do it for yourself. You put the best gas in your new car because you want your car to run good. You want to get all the gunk out your car, which is the detox method that you need to do for yourself. You need to undo your tubes. You need to oil change your body.
Right.
So you become the luxury car and we will be better as people.
That's so true, man. And see, that's what you just broke down is kind of what I'm trying to do when it comes to finances in general. I feel like people get lost in certain areas and then they find themselves in the hole and, just unable to get by day to day, week by week. If like they want to start something, they can't even really have a vision towards it because they don't know how to handle money or like how to get access to any, or if for some reason they won the lottery or something like that, they would lose it because they don't know how to make it grow for them or work for them. And all of that really, I feel like happens because of, just bad information. And I feel like a detox of certain information needs to happen, and that's what I'm trying to do.
That's the positive thing because like what you're saying is basically a spiritual knowledge. Is that saying that how that you have to like eating food would make your mind clear so you can make better financial decisions.
Yeah.
Like, all of it is connected. Everything is interconnected. Nothing is separation. If it's separation, it's not of God. Everything is one. So we talking about finance, food, all those things correlate together. Because if you ate better, you'll think better. You'll make better decisions. If you have more energy, you'll do more things with your money. And you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to do certain things. So what you're doing for the people is a blessing because at the end of the day, it's not bad that you don't know, but it's bad that you don't go search for it. Right. What have you ever bought that you never seen?
Yeah, you never really do. It's other than like a ticket to an event or something, but they still show you what the venue gonna look like.
So you buy things you've seen. So you showing the people how to do it. It's a beautiful thing because at the end of the day, we need to know that it's health and finance. They need to know both because without health you have nothing. If you was about to pass away, you'll pay millions of dollars, all your money to get your health back. You know what I'm saying? If you about to go to jail, you pay all your money back to the lawyers to get your freedom. So what you realize, your health and your health and your freedom is two things that matter the most. And number one is your health, because you can go get back money. You know what I'm saying? So
so what I'm thinking is like, what we're talking about, it feels obvious. Like when we talk about it, it's like, you know, why doesn't everybody notice, or why isn't everybody, you know, doing the right thing? What do you think it is? What do you think the main thing is that's keeping majority of people, you know, not reading the labels when they go eat, or like not focusing on the little things that'll keep their money in order? Or what is it? What do you think?
I believe, my humble opinion is that we're as individuals that we taught certain things. Now we got to unlearn a lot of different things. A lot of things is passed through DNA, like your good looks and all that. But your trauma is also passed through DNA, and also your genius is passed through DNA. You know. So that being said, you know, you have to unlearn what your grandmother thought about life insurance. You have to learn that back in the day they'll only give you 15,000 because they want you to have generational wealth. So they'll only give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta unlearn that just a 401k is the only thing out there, or IRA is the only thing out there, or Roth. You can't win the game unless you know the rules. And we play a lot of games, but we don't know the rules. So that means we are in a time of information. Would you agree? So if we're in a time of information, just like you said, YouTube University, guess what? You can find things out. But guess what people want to do? They don't want to research, because we in a generation of learning real fast, but not going to the details and understand the why and the how and the when and how to apply these things. So if we do that, we'll be better off. You feel me? We'll be better off if we do those things. And that's the thing we have to get better in. You know?
Right.
So
I like how you said, you know, we got to get better at looking for information, because what I think is when we were taught how to just take information,
take orders.
Yeah, go to class. You know what I'm saying? And you know what the teacher tells you is what you should learn. But when you go home, you know, work more on what the teacher taught you, not like further, you know, research, unless it was still directed. Like, you know, if they said do a research project, it was, you know, they told you what to research, you know, but I don't remember a bunch of classes that taught you the healthy way to eat, detox, and fast.
They don't educate you. They don't educate you. They'll tell you a lot of different things, because a lot of people like to be told what to do. You know why they like to be told what to do? Because if you're told what to do, you don't have to think. We have to get better at thinking. Yeah. We're in a place that we don't think no more. So, you know, and we attention span is this quick, like a short. If it's more than a minute and a half, you don't want to watch it. So this is designed that way for a reason. So you have to unlearn that and understand how to study. Just like when you read a book. When I read a book, and I tell other people that I mentor to read a book, I say only two questions I ask myself is what I learned, ... chapter 1, and number 2, how am I going to apply it? That's only two questions that I feel that you need to ask yourself. What you learned and how you're going to apply it to your life. Faith in the works. Faith in the works.
Right.
Lots of people read.
That's what I'm saying, man. So many different ways to take action to better yourself with health, wealth, all of it.
You can read whatever, but if you apply it, it don't mean nothing. So those little things, and teaching people also how to research. Just don't Google something and then see the first thing and say that's good to go. Research, like the first language. Most people think first language is Latin or something like that. Just don't quote me on that. But the first language is Paleo Hebrew.
Really?
Yeah. So just like the word negus, nugus. The word nugus means king. But if you don't know that, if you're not educated and research the root before the fruit, then you'll just think it means something derogatory, which it doesn't.
Wow.
So that's my negus. That's my negus. That's my king. That's my brother. So those different things, we gotta learn how to research and then apply.
That is crazy. I never really thought about it like that. But there's a lot of things that I don't know for sure. I got to do a lot of research.
I don't know nothing. I keep on growing, because what doesn't grow dies.
Right. You know what's crazy? the way I met you, it's got me thinking about Myron Golden.
Yeah.
Man, he is something else. And I'm telling you, a lot of the things he said really opened my mind. And that's why I like having conversations with people like you, because I can't quote him right now, but it was basically about how you can't think you know something, because that's how you stop growing. Like something that is stagnant or sits still,
Yeah.
grows mold and deteriorates.
Anything that's stagnated.
He said that everything needs something outside of itself to get better. Anything left to itself deteriorates over time. You think about a car, you think about a house, you think about anything that's just left alone.
Food, most times, yeah, sometimes that. And he's right. Anything stagnated. Let's say like somebody in a bed, for example. You're at the hospital, you're at the bed, you laying there for a couple days, and you don't move, they don't move you over to move your lymphatic system. Guess what? You get bed sores. You have to, like I said, you have to have something to move you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what he's talking about. Very great teacher.
For real. When you left that event, was that the last event that you had been to since then? Like today, since then, had you gone to any more events or gotten any more mentorship?
No, I have a mentor myself. I have other mentors too, but that was the last event I went to. And it just helped me understand you need to be, sometimes we think movement is progress. Just because you're doing a lot of different things, don't mean you're progressing.
Wow.
So I had to learn that click to me for my own self, because a lot of times you do a lot of different things, but is it going towards the goal? Are you on a treadmill or are you running the trail?
Yeah.
Or again, are you on a treadmill or are you on a treadmill or are you running the trail?
Hey, that's a big difference, because when you do a mile on a treadmill and you go out there and
run outside, because you got different obstacles. You got terrain, you got hills, you got the heat. You got different things. So that was one of the big things I took away from it. And number two, being organized. Organization. The root word is organized. So being organized to be able to run at your optimal. And number three is understand offers. Understand that, don't look at things that you have to pay for your time. Look at things which you have to offer the world that can get back your time. That's the biggest thing you can do.
Yeah.
Because what the people don't care about the money, they care about their time the most. And we do the opposite. So those are my three takeaways from there. And it's to put me back into my put it back into me, where I want to help the people. I want to show them how to buy back their time of life by eating the proper things, reading the proper things, understanding how you can substitute canola oil for avocado oil. You know what I'm saying? How to do H3O2, which is your fruit juices, which has vitamins in it. And vitamins mean vital minerals. You need vital minerals. That's what you need. Exactly. Being able to do that for my people, to help them detox, lose the weight, lose the visceral fat, get their blood working correctly, get their mindset correctly, make their relationships better, because you eat better, your relationship is better, because your body run better.
Right.
Get men to run better all over as well. Get women to work with their hormones to balance, because the things they're eating, the things they're putting on the Bath and Body Works and stuff like that, has a lot of chemicals in it. So when you ever show people it's fasting, it's more than just food. It's the environment that you're in. It's the relationship that you're in. It's the deodorant. It's the Jimmy Choo. It's all those different things, because all these things go into your blood system. It dictates your ideology and your mindset.
That's so true. And see, everybody watching is why we need mentors. You need to have somebody that has, like Myron Golden says, obsessed over your problems, you didn't even know you had. I can't tell you how many things I need to start working on after this conversation.
Me too, man. Still,
I'm doing it all. But the time on this video, it should be shutting off soon. I don't want it to cut you off, but let everybody know where they can find you. On Instagram, YouTube, like where can we find you at to get some
my Blu-rays?
You
can find me. You can find me on YouTube, AMOON, AMOON, RAZEN, RAZEN, and also you can find me on TikTok the same name, Instagram the same name, and I have my website, which is getting revamped, but it's up still, but it'll be better than what it is today. It's called therootbeforethefruit.com. Therootbeforethefruit.com, all in one. And that's where we at with it.
Hey, I appreciate you talking to me, man. We definitely gonna have to have another conversation because you got to check back in on me. I'm gonna try to change my diet for the next month. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm staying away from sugars. That's gonna be a good goal for this month. Less sugar.
Before I go, let me say this to the people, because I love my people. I'm serving people. Is that we gotta understand the difference between a diet and lifestyle, but what I call it a soul style. And let me tell you why. Your life can change. It can change up and down every day. Your soul doesn't. Your soul just evolves. Your life is temporary. Your soul and spiritual is permanent. So we are spiritual beings. Most times people doing diets. Diets temporary. Because you don't do a diet for 30, 60, 90 days, but then you don't go back to your original habits because it's not part of your life or your soul style. So my thing is to evolve it from your basically from your life, like that's your lifestyle, from your diet, evolve from your diet to your soul style and your lifestyle. Evolve it over, because you don't want this thing to be temporary. You want to play with your kids. You want to have a wife or have your husband and be in the best shape of your life and be in internal shape of your life. This don't mean nothing because you got muscles and all that. That don't mean you're healthy, because I see people with muscle, and myself at one point had muscle but was not running at its optimal.
Right.
Still work in progress today. So change the diet to a lifestyle, and that's the biggest thing I can give the people. Make this part of your 365 and not a 180.
That's awesome. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, it's Brandon J. Another episode of the More Action Podcast with AMOON, RAZEN. So y'all look him up, do your research, and until next time, learn as much as you can and stay blessed. All right, y'all.
Love, oneness, and peace.